Hey, Corky here. Talk about using the capo. Um, there's different reasons why people use capos. Obviously, if you learn to transpose songs into other keys, um, you can achieve the same thing. One of the hardest songs I ever transposed was Wichita Lineman. And to find, to put it where my voice was, because I don't sing a really high tenor type. I'm more of like Johnny Cash, and strangely enough, even though I don't do it, only Doors song I've ever done was Light My Fire, and but my voice is perfectly pitched like Jim Morrison. But of course, the character of it's not as effective. So I'm probably in that Johnny Cash, Jim Morrison pitch. So songs that people give me to sing or that I find to sing um, usually have to be lowered. The keys have to be lowered for my voice. And the older I get, the lower they have to go. So um, if the song is in A and it's too high, try G and do the 1, 4, and 5, the Nashville numbering system for moving those around. Okay. In our day, when we started out in the '60s, your only option was to buy sheet music, and the sheet music was usually in keys that are more comfortable for piano because most of the time piano players transcribe the music. And so what we found out in years to come was that a lot of these artists were using the guitar, but they were putting a capo on. For example, if something's in E flat, the key of E flat, which I can play in E flat, you know, or the Beatles, we've seen them do C form of an E flat. But for an acoustic guitar strumming, your hands are going to cramp up like you got cancer in it if you have to hold down like a chord like that for a long time. And when I first started playing Southern gospel music, they were all in E flats, B flats, and stuff like that. And it was killing me because my hands were cramping. So in a case like that, especially on acoustic, now I don't use a capo very much on electric. Eric Clapton used a capo on electric, he even played lead on it in Holy Mother song that he did dedicated to Robbie Robertson. But I, as a rule, don't do that. A lot of bluesmen did that. I think Muddy Waters did it, had a capo on, like he'd have it on like the second fret, and then play in the key of E a lot of times. So I'm playing in the key of E. Okay, I'm playing the key of E position-wise, but I've got a capo on the second fret, so that makes it F sharp. I'm in the key of F sharp, which normally in open I would never try or rarely try. Electric's a little easier to do all bar chords on, and but us old guys, our hands are killing us on these acoustics with the arthritis coming on, like it is. Don't mean to sound so morbid and old school, but it's a fact. So, the primary possibility for that is using a capo to match your voice. For example, when I first performed Golden Crowns, I'm on the fifth fret and I'm playing C chords, which means that's an F. I wanted that effect it isn't so much that I wanted to sing in the key of F as much as I wanted the sound of the guitar. So that's one reason that you will use a capo. Paul Simon used the capo a lot. I'm sitting in a railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour, one night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand. So he's got the capo on the second fret, playing the key of G, which really means he's singing it in A. Obviously, he could have not used a capo and just played the open A. Sitting in a railway station. The problem is there's a walk down there, which is not easy to do. And when you put your capo on the second fret and you're playing a G, which is still an A, so he does that so his walk, he could do the walk down and it still keeps it pitched in A. Okay, so I guess convenience for chord progressions would be a reason to use a capo. George Harrison used a capo in Here Comes the Sun, which is also an A. Now, one thing that happens as you use a capo on the neck of a guitar and you get way up like this, you're going to have, you may have to retune a little bit because the neck has, sometimes has little inconsistencies in it. So you might have it in perfect tune open, but then when you put a capo way up, you may have to fine tune some strings. But anyway, so I'm playing D form chords, but I'm in the key of A. So Here Comes the Sun. He wanted a mandolin type sound, George Harrison. I feel that he did. So you can get mandolin effects. And as you can hear, my guitar's a little out of tune there, but not too bad. Okay, so getting a mandolin effect would be a reason to use a capo. Also, another capo user is James Taylor. Now, James Taylor wanted to really have control over the B string when he's in that. We're in the key of C, we're playing A form chords, but we've got it barred on the third fret, so we're really in C. And James Taylor wants to do that. He wants to use the A form. That hammer on, but he wants to sing it in the key of C. So this is a reason. So a lot of times you might go get the sheet music or the chords and they'll say, in this case, C is Fire and Rain, but you have to put the capo on the third fret and play it in A to get the sound that James Taylor gets on the song, guitar-wise. Another reason for using a capo is to lower the action on the guitar. Now, out in Tennessee, out here in the southeast in Tennessee, bluegrass pickers very often will put a capo on the second fret um, and play in the key of G, which means they're really an A. So you see, I had to do some fine tuning there. But anyway, you can play a lot faster. So that the distances, as you get further up on the neck, the distances between the notes is less. So you can do a lot of real fast bluegrass picking by being a capo on the second fret. It's very common to see this. A lot of bluegrass songs are in the key of A, and you put a capo on the second fret, and it lowers the action in the guitar, makes it easier to play. Okay, using the capo, some ideas, hopefully helpful.